Hi, welcome back to EviDance. I'm Ted Fox, and with me now on the phone is Sylvie Bouchard. Hi, Sylvie.
Hi.
Well, it's that time of year again, eh?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, and this time it's July 31st, August 5th, and it's at three parks, Nielsen Park, Withrow Park, and Earls Court Park, and that's Dusk Dances.
Yes.
And this is the 18th season.
That's the 18th season this year, that's right.
So let's talk a bit about how it's involved. What were your expectations then, and how did they, because I think they probably surpassed them in the relationship of dancing outdoors in community settings for a wide variety of public?
Yeah, well, for sure, you know, we started the festival in 1993 in one park, and long and behold, this year we have 9 weeks of events. In 9 different parks, 9 different communities around the province, and 4 of them in Toronto. So it's, I think that there's a real love for the event everywhere we go. So it really makes me feel good that people want to see dance, and you know, each event involves different visions of dance, different styles, different choreographers, different dancers, and different partnership with each community. We're in Haliburton now, and we have a special project that we've done here that involves 8 of our touring dancers and 40 community members. Kate Franklin and Meredith Thompson have choreographed this piece, and they've come to Haliburton 4 times and really involved the community here. And it's just a spectacular work. So, you know, those kind of interaction with different communities is really, really interesting and very powerful.
Mm-hmm. And it's spun off too, like the CIUT dances showed currently this weekend, Porch View Dances,
yes,
where the community is getting more involved, and people for the first time are seeing some of the contemporary dance that they have never seen before and thought that's too abstract for me. I can't relate to that, which is very good. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I just promoted. Lost you there.
It's okay, yes, I think we lost a bit of connection here.
So now, what has been the reaction from the public to all these different performances? What sort of comments do you get?
Well, it's wonderful actually to hear people talking from piece to piece, because, you know, we get all kinds of comments from, you know, people saying what, honestly what they thought about this work or this work. They like this work better, or they like this work less because, and this and that. And I think that the conversation about the pieces is really great, because you're not going to love everything. No. You're, of course, going to love some pieces more than others. But I think the amazing thing is in 18 years for Dusk Dances, we're getting better and better at getting pieces that are just really superb and tailored to an environment and tailored to the event as well. So it's really wonderful to see. It's almost like, people are creating works for the outdoors, but for Dusk Dances. Like there's a special kind of way that pieces can be very powerful in this event.
Mm-hmm. Do you choose what areas they're going to perform in? Do the dancers have the choice of where? And do they choreograph according to the settings?
Yeah, completely. The choreographers have the choice. Basically what we do is that they first go in the park by themselves, and then I go in the park with them. And I ask them to choose 2 options of site, their favorite ones, and then option B, just in case I can't give them their first sight, because what I have to look at is how the journey of the piece goes and the order of the pieces and so on. Mm-hmm. Usually I'm able to give people their first dibs on the site that they want, and we try as much as possible that the choreographers do rehearse like half of their rehearsals on site, so that they can really kind of use the site, and or even if they don't use it like physically to kind of embody the site. You know, the more you can dance somewhere, the more you can kind of make friends with the environment and what's around you and what surrounds you. So and that's so we do that more and more. I try to go see the pieces ahead of time, so that I can sometimes give some feedback about how the piece is in the environment itself. So there's a great relationship also that builds between me and each choreographer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, the dance performers, the ones performing in this, are all very eclectic. You got everything from modern dance to, just such a wide variety of dances. So as you're right, people going will either like one piece or they won't, or they'll get introduced for the first time to something else.
Yeah.
And I think that's very terrific. Now, let's go down the lines in order of the show dates. Nielsen Park's July 26th to 28th. Can you give an idea of who's on that show?
Yes.
You are, of course.
Yes. So, we have a very special program, actually. Myriam Allard from La Otra Orilla from Montreal is coming to perform in Nielsen Park. Myriam performed her piece Cercanía Uno at Whitlow Park in 2009. And so she'll be performing actually both at Nielsen Park and at Earls Court Park for people who are closer to that area. And she'll be performing with two live musicians, singer and musicians, and she is just exquisite flamenco performer. So we're very, very happy to have her with us. Then, actually at both those parks as well, at Earls Court and Nielsen, we're presenting a Flock of Flyers remix, which is a piece that was first choreographed by David Danzo and myself under the company Corpus. And I basically made the piece shorter, faster. Basically, it's about 14 minutes long, and it's packed with movements and fun. And Marie-Josée Chartier is the drill surgeon, and she's just exquisite. So it's a really, really fun piece. And so we've been doing it on tour, actually, at pretty much all the parks. So it'll be presented, both at Nielsen and at Earls Court. And then we have a special youth commission that we've been working on. Alan Kasia and Troy Feldman have created a piece on a group of 12 youth from different neighborhoods in Toronto. We opened it at Agent Court at the end of June, and that piece will be done both at Nielsen Park and Earls Court as well.
Okay.
And then in the piece that differs is that in Nielsen Park we have Tamla Matthews that will be presenting a piece called Pieces of Paul with local performers, and it's a piece that she's done before, so she's readapting it for the park. And Tamla has actually done a couple of youth commissions at Nielsen, so she knows the event very well. So it's a pleasure to have her back. And this one will be more of a professional piece, so with older performers this time. So that's what we have at Nielsen.
Now, Withrow, July 31st to August 5th. The 605 Collective, I don't think I've seen them.
605 are an incredible group of performers / creators. They create works together, and I guess they bridge very, very well hip-hop, breakdancing, and contemporary dance. They're a very exciting company, and they're going to do an excerpt of a piece that's called Audible. It's very physical and very incredibly well crafted. So we're very lucky to have them.
And Louis Cheyenne?
Louis Cheyenne is going to do another piece. She was actually last year in the event. She's going to do a piece that is very different this year it's a quartet of women, still with live music. And Tiger Princess Production has, with Dusk Dances, come together to commission Julia Atlin to create a duet on Yvonne Ong and Robert Glumbeck. And I've seen the first draft of the piece already. It's really beautiful, very kind of circusy theme, and it's beautiful in the sights. There's a long tarp that the dancers go back and forth on with like red fabric underneath. It's really beautiful. And then we have a new work by William Young that will actually involve projections. It's a duet with two men, and for the first time actually in Dusk Dances this year, I I've basically asked 2 lighting designers to come together and to light, if you wish, 2 of the latest work, because we've noticed that because we have so many people coming at Withrow Park, it takes a while to walk from piece to piece, and often the last piece, we need a little help because it kind of goes in the dark. Mm-hmm. So instead of just putting lights in there, that I asked, 2 lighting designers to do kind of an environmental lighting design. So just 1 cue, but to try to pick up some of the environment and to try to basically, with the choreographer, create a lighting design for the pieces. So both William's piece and Julia Aplin's piece will be lit this year.
Great. Mm-hmm. And Bouchard?
Yeah, Bouchard Vaz will be doing a solo on live music as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I think we've gone through Earl's Court, except for the Throwdown Collective, which is at Earl's Court.
At Earl's Court, exactly. Yeah. Box Set, which was a piece that was done last year, and the year before was actually commissioned 2 years ago for Withrow Park, and then went on tour last year. Mm-hmm. So but it's never been seen at Earl's Court Park. Very exciting piece. A trio of fabulous dancers up top for wooden boxes that they do all kinds of things on and with and around.
Right. Now, all these shows have a segment prior to them starting with music, etc.?
Yeah, that's right. We have an opening band, and actually both at Withrow and Earl's Court, we have a new host this year. His name is Dan Watson, and he's been hosting Halliburton here, and is for sure beloved. He's an incredible performer and has a lot of experience actually hosting outdoor events. So I'm very excited to have Toronto see him hosting Dusk Dances.
Right. Okay. So how do people find out more about it? By the way, it's pay as you can.
Yeah, it's pay what you can, and we suggest a donation of $10.
Okay. And performances start about 7 p.m.
That's right.
In the first one's July 26 to 28 at Nelson Park, Finch and Nelson Road. Withrow Park follows July 31st, August the 5th, which is located south of Danforth between Lowell and Carlisle. And Earl's Court Park, August 16th to 19th, Sinclair West and Caledonia Road.
That's right.
Cover the city. And so they go to dustdances.ca for information on all out-of-town events and one-day-only festivals like Chalk Farm and others.
Yes.
And I guess that's it, right? Is there any?
Yeah, dustdances.ca. You click on season and all the informations are there.
Great. Well, thanks for coming on, Sylvie.
Thank you very much, Ed.
Okay, you are listening to EviDance here on CIUT 89.5 FM.